Yeah, I mean, I thought we obviously it was huge to get 2 points, and that's a really good team. I thought at moments we really played well. Obviously, got a little slow, I thought, in the second, and but we'll take 2 points all night against those guys.
How'd that feel to watch that one go in?
That was good. I just feel like I watched it for a long time. It wasn't the hardest shot in the world, so nice to finally get one through, and hopefully can build on that and get a few more.
You guys are just on the whole playing a lot better as of late. What do you think's been the difference? What do you notice in your game there?
Yeah, I think just our overall team game. I mean, we're playing fast. When we're connected and we're making, helping each other out, being available, passing the puck, crispy. It's a recipe for success for us. So I thought the forwards did a great job tonight of holding on the pucks down low behind their net. I think that's when we're really successful. And just a few. I mean, there's definitely a number of things that we've been doing well, and got to keep building.
Brady, how do you build off of this defensively? I know structure-wise, that's a fast team. So how do you kind of keep that going here?
Yeah. It's obviously that's definitely one of the fastest teams, but every team in this league's got some speed, and I think, we have a good skating team. We have a really, really good mobile defenseman, and I think we got to keep using that to our advantage with our gaps and, taking plays a little earlier, rushes a little earlier. So thought that we did a good job of that tonight, and can keep getting better at that.
Just having your backs against the wall where you guys are in the standings, is that sort of this level of play that you're seeing?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the last few weeks we've, got together and, tried to. Sorry, Marchie's over behind you guys. The last few weeks we've been, really focusing on trying to build our game and climb back into the race, and we're a few points out, but if we can string a few together, we can get right back into it.
What's your analysis of tonight?
I mean, obviously they're a pretty unbelievable team, I think, and they do a lot of good job in the O zone, off the rush, everything. Like it's quite remarkable to when you play against them. You got to be aware 60 minutes, and I think tonight we were pretty good overall. Obviously in the second, I think they were buzzing a little too much as I would like, but I mean we're a good team too, and we find a way to win tonight.
You mentioned that they're a good team, and you guys had to play 60 minutes. What did you do in the 65 minutes that really kept them offensively from capitalizing on their chances?
I mean, yeah, I think the times that we did it well is we stayed in the inside and we let everything towards the outside. I think that's how you can win against them. They're obviously guys that challenge really towards the inside, so it gets it hard on guys, and especially the Nate and Nietzsche's there. You gotta, when they have the puck, you almost need like one and the second guy pretty close, because they're gonna do something pretty cool, not cool, but like pretty remarkable, I think, as a hockey player. And I think you look at a guy like Factor. I think he was everywhere where they were in the middle. So I think you gotta give credit to guys like him and Shazy and Perbs, and we have a lot of good defenders on our team, and they did good tonight.
You guys have been playing a lot better as a team the last couple of weeks. What are you seeing that you're liking from your group right now?
I mean, we do play a lot better than the beginning of the year. I think what I would like to see from our team is more consistency. I think that's one thing that we do is we do a big game like tonight, and after the next game we don't follow with consistency. So I think I would like to see that from our group.
It seems like you're playing better on a more consistent basis the last couple of weeks. What do you like about what you're seeing from your squad right now?
Well, I think we're a little bit battle tested, and we've been in a lot of these games like tonight, right from the start of the year, and we feel pretty comfortable in them, even though at times it is a little uncomfortable, especially play a team like we played tonight. But we kind of hung in there. We didn't deviate from the game plan. We kind of executed what we talked about most of the game, especially in the third period. I thought we kind of found our game a little bit. They're a really good team. They put a lot of pressure on us, but we handled it. And like I said, I think is a little bit of the being battle tested through the years and through the year in those situations, and we hung in there. It reminded me a little bit of the Florida game, where I thought we something similar, scored late, but we didn't deviate from the plan, and that's something in the past that we've kind of tried to open things up and play their style. We just played our style, and we were rewarded with it.
Alex? You went with the extra defenseman tonight. What kind of went into that decision? And then also, how do you think that helped, get you this win?
Well, I think twofold. I think we wanted to get Purby in, and I think our young kids we're just trying to be very mindful of them. We want them to continue to grow, want them to continue to play. A lot of times they get out of rhythm and you might lose them a little bit, so we're really focused on making sure they're ready to play. And then Purby's been really good for us for the first 15 games or so, 20 games. He's kind of slowed down a little bit, but we didn't want him sitting out 3. And a lot of times in those situations you give Phil a little bit of extra ice time. I thought he could drive a couple different lines, and with Svetch and Woody, I thought they were really good the other night. So we just moved him around a little bit, but I think just more to keep the rhythm of our defensemen. I think it's important we find that cadence. We haven't really found it completely back there, so tonight was a night just to experiment a little bit with it.
Russell?
You said before the game that you wanted to see a desperate group, and it looks like you got that tonight. Just with where the team is and having that small margin for error, do you think that's kind of sharpening the level of play for the team?
Well, I think, again, to the game plan we knew coming into tonight, the margins are going to be tiny. We have to make sure we're detail-oriented right from the start. Again, we took a couple of unnecessary penalties at the end of the second period. Our penalty killing was huge, and we're going to need that to be big. We're going to need Juice every night to play like he did tonight, and he has been, and that's given us a chance to get points out of these games. And it was nice to get a win today. I think hopefully we can develop a little bit of consistency. It feels like we're getting close. But for me, usually, and we talked about this all year, it's kind of the next game and how we prepare, where our mindset is, and how we're going to play. And that, to me, will be the test.
Jack?
You mentioned earlier you guys didn't deviate from the plan, and that was key into giving you guys the win here tonight. You just mentioned consistency as well. Does that go into kind of the overarching theme of consistency and something you can carry into game planning and the next game?
Yeah. I mean, our recipe has to be a certain way. I think we're all understanding of that. We've collaborated as a group, as a leadership group, as the players. We understand the way we have to play, and we played that way. We haven't gotten all the results. And that's, as a coach, you always feel bad about that because the effort's there and they want it to be there. We just haven't got the results, and now we're starting to get some. So you hope you always had belief and buy-in, and hopefully now they feel a little bit better about it and continue to build what they've had so far this year.
We'll do last one for Ann, then we can all get home by 1.
Just wanted to check in with you about Reed Schaefer playing up against some of the top offensive talent that this league has. What did you see from his game, not just offensively, but how did you see him play against some of these top players?
Well, I thought he started off really well. Obviously got a beautiful goal. It's exactly the type of player that we believe he can be, where he's really strong on the puck and he takes it to the net and gets to the net. And, I think as the game wore on, I'm sure he'd say it was a little eye-opening how fast it was. I thought a little bit of the pace at different times. And for him as a young player, I've been in his shoes, it is a little bit eye-popping. And, I thought he handled himself really well. And I think it's a growing experience that things have to be done a lot quicker, a lot harder at this level, and especially against the best team in the NHL.